and welcome to Bloomberg Quint, where Anil Agarwal intends to take Vedanta Limited private. Vedanta Resources Limited, the promoter entity, says that it's in keeping with the group strategy of simplifying the structure as a whole and has been underway since 2012. In fact, Vedanta Resources got delisted 2 years back, which is also a part of the strategy. Now, let's understand the finer details of this deal. Vedanta Resources Limited, along with affiliates, have offered an indicative price of around 87.5 rupees per share to Vedanta shareholders, the public shareholders rather. They plan to, this is at a discount of around 2.5% as compared to the previous market price. And the shares are listed both on BSE as well as NSE. And as a part of the plan, they also intend to delist the ADRs from the New York Stock Exchange. So let's actually understand how much is the public shareholding right now. That's at a little less than 50%. And at an indicative price, the company would be shelling out a total of around 16,200 odd crore. Let's understand the resolution process, the regulatory process behind this. There will be a board meeting which will be held on May 18, post to which consequently this proposal of delisting will be put up to the shareholders for the resolution. 75% of whom will have to vote in the favor of this delisting process, only post to which this entire process will kickstart. Now let's understand why Vedanta Resources is trying to do that. As I earlier said, it's just done to simplify the group structure, to enhance the cash flow situation right now. But Phillips Capital, that brokerage report has highlighted that Hindustan Zinc shares dividend to Vedanta Limited, which in turn has to share it with the minority shareholders. Once this delisting happens, then they will not have to share that dividend with the minority shareholders, and that will benefit the whole group as a whole. Also, if you look at Vedanta Resources cash situation right now, it's a cash-strapped entity that we're talking about. The debt is around $6.6 billion. The interest outflow is around $400 million, add to which is the acquisition cost. But CLSA adds that the funding the method or the route in which Vedanta Resources will take this, along with the discovery price, these are the two important parameters which will actually hold the key. At this point of time, Vedanta has a cash of around little over 12,000 odd crore as per December shareholding pattern. Add to it the dividend component, you have a sum of around 16,000 odd crore. Hindustan Zinc plus Balcone, that's the listed entity and the joint venture company with GOI, that has cash position of as much as 22,000 odd crore. But then how can Vedanta tap this money? That remains to be seen. Important point, what is in it for the public shareholders? Now, well, it can be an opportunity because they can get a premium over and above the existing price via the reverse book building method. At this point of time, 87.5 rupees per share is just an indicative value. Vedanta Resource, remember, the promoter entity had to pay 27% premium as compared to its previous market price at the time it was delisting. Investec says over the last few times, the average stroke price for past delisting has been around 53%. So you could do the math for yourself. The promoters, the further to this deal, the promoter can make a counter offer only if the reverse book building price is not acceptable by at least 90%. And in the case they do, that will be within 2 days and has to be lower than can't be lower rather than the book value that is earmarked to the company as a whole. Vedanta Resources then will have to acquire at least 90% of the shareholders' approval. If they're successful, they can buy out. For the remaining 10% who do not tender in, will stand to lose out their money. So now, with this, only time can tell if Vedanta will get that 90% approval, whether the delisting process would be successful or not.